Hello everyone, welcome to our today's lecture. Previously we have seen unit number 1 Introduction to Metrology and second chapter Standards and Comparators. So today we are going to discuss the summary of unit 1 and 2 with overview of model answers. Myself Mr. Bipin Patil, lecturer Department of Mechanical Engineering at Sharad Institute of Technology Polytechnic Yedrao. So let us start with today's content. So this is what today we are going to discuss about. In unit number 1, Introduction to Metrology, we are going to summarize the terms, types of metrology, need of inspection, characteristics of measuring instrument like accuracy, precision, repeatability, readability, etc. Then factors affecting on accuracy, factors for selection of instrument, precautions for using an instrument, and least count of measuring instruments. In second unit, we are going to discuss about definition and types of standards, sleep gauge and its accessories, definition of comparator and the classification of comparator like mechanical comparator, optical comparator, electrical comparator, etc. Then finally we are going to discuss about the construction, working principle, advantage and disadvantages of comparators. So let us start with the summary. After that summary, we are going to discuss about the MSBTE syllabus, which is included in our metrology. So in that, chapter-wise marking distribution, sample question papers of MSBTE, and model answers of MSBTE. So let us start the summary. So as per our last previous lecture discussion, we have totally seen the contents in unit number 1, that is Introduction to Metrology, and having weightage of 10 to 14 marks. So what kind of questions are asked in university or board point of view, or we can say in MSBT? So let us see which kind of questions will be asked. So first of all, the types of metrology, need of inspection, then definition of metrology. These are such kind of questions which will be asked for 2 marks. So let us see what type of pattern is there. So the first question will be asked, define metrology, or what is mean by metrology, or they will ask, define metrology and state its necessity. So let us see what is mean by metrology. Already we have seen, but take a glance. Metrology is a science of measurement and it is concerned with establishment, reproduction, conservation and transfer unit of measurement and their standards. It is the science of measurement embracing both experimental and theoretical determinations at any level of uncertainty in any field of science and technology. So, what are the types of metrology? As per the given points, scientific metrology, industrial metrology, legal metrology, and deterministic metrology are the general types of metrology. So, what is the need of inspection? Is inspection is needed, or what is the importance of metrological measurement? So, let us see what is the need and what kind of question is asked in exam. What is the need of inspection in industries? So we have to deal with such kind of questions like, inspection is the act of comparing material, products or components with the establishment standard. The usefulness of inspection depend on reliability, accuracy and precision of measuring instrument. So why the inspection is done? To meet the interchangeability of manufacturer, to ensure the material, part and component, to confirm the establishment standard, to find shortcomings in manufacturing, to maintain customer relation, to create better image in market. So such kind of needs of inspection. So next point, we have seen characteristic of measuring instrument in previous lecture, that is accuracy, precision, sensitivity, reliability, repeatability, calibration. we have already seen the difference between accuracy and precision. That is the main question in exam point of view. So what kind of questions will be asked in exam? Differentiate between precision and accuracy, or differentiate between precision and accuracy and give example for each. Such kind of questions will be asked in exam for 4 marks. So let us see what kind of difference we have to write in exam. So first of all, in accuracy is closeness of measured value with the true value is called accuracy. So precision, repeatability of measuring process is called precision. In accuracy, second point we can write it is related to true value. In precision we can write it is related to average value. And third point in accuracy, it is concerned with single value. In precision we can write it is useful for set of measurement. Last and final point, it is costlier to achieve great accuracy and easier and cheaper to achieve the precision. So as in our first lecture we have discussed the example, we have seen the graphical precision, accuracy and precision. So the next point was we have discussed that factors affecting on accuracy. So what kind of factors exactly affects on the accuracy? So we have seen factors affecting on accuracy, calibration standards, then workpiece being measured, measuring instrument. We have seen the precision of particular instrument. We have seen the person or inspector carrying out the measurement. And finally we have seen the influence of environment on a measurement. So such kind of factors are affecting on an accuracy. Then next we have seen factors for selection of instrument. So generally there are number of factors that properly decided for selection of instrument. Measuring range of instrument, precision of instrument, sensitivity, reliability, ease of operation, maintenance, etc. are the main factors that are used for selection of instrument. We have seen what kind of precautions taken for using particular instrument. So instrument should be handled carefully. Then when equipment is not in use, it should be protected from atmospheric corrosion. Such kind of precautions should be taken while taking measurement. So the last point we have discussed that least count of measuring instrument. In that we have seen least count of vernier caliper, we have seen least count of micrometer screw gauge, and we have defined what is meant by least count, and finally we calculated the least count of both vernier caliper as well as micrometer screw gauge. So let us see what is the definition or what is the mathematical equation for a vernier caliper. So least count is equal to the smallest measurement on main scale upon total number of division on vernier scale. That is the mathematical definition, and the least count of vernier caliper is 0.02 mm. And for micrometer, least count is equal to smallest measurement on main scale upon total number of division on circular scale. And finally, the least count of micrometer screw gauge is 0.01 mm. So this was all about the unit number 1, introduction to the metrology. As per the exam point of view, there are 4 to 5 questions are important, and that type of questions will be asked for 10 to 14 marks. So let us see the next unit, standards and comparators. So in such kind of unit we are going to discuss about types of standards, what is meant by slip gauge, slip gauges and accessories. We have already discussed about comparators, classification of comparators, and their relative advantage and disadvantage. So briefly today we are going to summarize the same contents, types of standards. So line standard, end standard, wavelength standard, are three types of standards. Basically, standard systems for linear measurement used throughout the world are English and metric, that is yard and meter. So, classification is basically done in line and end standard. In the line standard, the length is the distance between the center of engraved line, whereas in end standard, it is the distance between the end faces of the standards. For example, for line standard it is measuring scale, and for end standard it is the vernier caliper, micrometer screw gauge, or standard slip gauges or blocks. Beside this, there are four types of standards: material standards, which are concerned with industrial point of view, primary standard, secondary, tertiary, and working. So let us see in brief what is meant by primary standard. It is only one material standard and it is preserved under the most careful conditions, and it is used only for comparison with secondary standard. So let us see what is meant by secondary standard. It is similar to primary standard. As nearly as possible it is distributed to the number of places for safe custody, and it is used for occasional comparison with tertiary standards. So here one new term is entered, tertiary standard. Let us see what is meant by tertiary standard. It is used for reference purpose in laboratories and workshops, and it is used for comparison with working standard. So finally we are going to the working standard. So let us see what is meant by working standard. It is used daily in laboratories and workshops. Low grades of material may be used for such kind of standards. So this is all about the standards: line standard, end standard, wavelength standard. So in line standard, meter scale rules are used, whereas in end standard, vernier caliper, micrometer screw gauge, angle blocks, slip gauges, or we can say standard blocks are used. So let us see the next point: slip gauge and its accessories. So slip gauge is a one type of a standard which is used for calibration of end standards, also used for setting a standard height, length, or diameter in comparators. So there are 3 to 4 types of slip gauges. As per their number of pieces, they are classified as M45, M87, M83. So as per the exam point of view, slip gauges and standards are important. In exam there will be question like define line standard, define end standard, or what is end standard, what are its advantage, give example of end standard. Likewise, there are questions for 2 marks and 4 marks. So let us see comparator and classification of comparator. So there are 4 to 5 types of comparators which are discussed in our syllabus: mechanical comparator, electrical comparator, pneumatic comparator, optical comparator, and combination of every comparator like mechanical, electrical, electronics, electronics optical, pneumatic electrical, likewise. So what is mean by comparator? What is the definition of comparator? And what kind of questions will be asked in examination? After line standard, end standard, comparators are most asked question in university or board exams. So what is the type of comparators or classify comparators is the kind of questions which is asked for 2 marks, or compare the comparators with their relative advantage and disadvantage will be asked for 4 marks. So let us see. So in mechanical comparator, as per the magnification, operating system, operation and their advantage, disadvantage, how it is relatively good as compared to electrical, optical and pneumatic comparator. So for mechanical comparators, the magnification is 300 to 5000 times. Its operating system is quite complex. Operation is easy, and its advantage, it is robust and portable, and its magnification is limited. So in electrical comparator, these are magnify up to 10,000 to 50,000. Their operating system is complex and operation is quite difficult. Their advantages, there are few moving parts, large magnification range, and their advantage, it requires electrical supply. Then for optical comparator, they gives magnification up to 1000, having complex operating system. Its operation is quite difficult, and its advantage, few moving parts, unaffected by temperature and temperature ranges. Then disadvantage, very low magnification, and it requires electrical supply for its source. And finally, pneumatic comparator, it is having magnification up to 9000 to 23,000. Operating system is very simple. Operation is quite difficult. It requires skill. Its advantage, few moving parts, large magnification. And disadvantage, it requires external air supply, means it requires a compressor. So these are the relative advantage, disadvantage and their aspects. So let us see how sample question paper is. Here on screen you can see the sample question paper of engineering metrology, that is of 70 marks. So let us see the first question. Attempt any 5 of the followings, and it is having 10 marks. So each question will be asked for 2 marks. So the first question is define metrology, as we discussed in first lecture. Also in our summary we have seen such kind of question. List different measuring standards. So as we have seen, measuring standards of 3 types: end standard, line standard. Then state the term interchangeability. It is third chapter, our third chapter, limit, fit and tolerances. We will going to discuss about it later. So such kind of questions will be asked for question number 1, in question number 1. So second question, difference between precision and accuracy. So this question is asked for 4 marks. Such kind of questions will be asked in university or board question paper. So the question number 4, attempt any 3 of the following. In that the first question is draw the label diagram of sigma comparator and explain its working. So how to write such kind of questions? There is a bifurcation of marking system or a marking scheme. Later we are going to see it in model answer. Then fifth and sixth question, attempt any 2. So here the one question will be asked for 6 marks. In that you should write the proper working principle, advantage, disadvantage, application and its working diagram. Here on screen you can see that the model answer of winter 19 examination. So here we can see how the exact answer is required for MSBTE. So let us see the question number 1, that is already we have discussed in unit number 1 and summary of unit number 1. What are the types of metrology? Such kind of questions will be asked in exam, or here you can see it is already asked in winter 19 for 2 marks. So there are three types listed here: legal metrology, scientific metrology, and industrial metrology. So at your extreme right corner column, you can see that 1 mark for any two. So each one type having 1 mark. So you can list here only two types of metrology. And question number 1b, you can see that mechanical comparators or types of mechanical comparator, that is dial indicator, Johansson microgravity, sigma comparator, and mechanical optical comparator. Here at extreme left you can see that list 1 mark, sketch of any 1 mark. So you have to sketch here any one type of a comparator for listing distributed 1 mark, and for sketch that is 1 mark. So next we will see here question number 2, attempt any three of the following. So the question number 2a, the question is write the need of inspection in manufacturing industry. Already we have discussed in first chapter what is the need of inspection. So here there are 7 needs or 7 points. Here at your right corner, right column, 1 mark each any 4. So you have to write any 4 points. 1 point is having 1 mark. At question number B, you can see that there is a difference between line standard and end standard. Already we have discussed in summary, and also we have discussed in chapter number 2. So at your right column, it is seen that 1 mark each any 4. So you have to write any 4 points in examination, or you can write any 4 points, that is 1, when length is expressed as distance between two parallel is called line standard. That is the first point. Second, third, fourth, fifth. These 5 to 4 points are sufficient, or you can write the successive points here 6, 7, 8, etc. So same for question number 3c, that is explain the working of mechanical comparator. Here you can write any type of comparator like sigma comparator, dial indicator. Here the working principle and working diagram of dial comparator is discussed. So in diagram you can see the working sketch of a dial indicator. At your right column you can see the working principle for 2 marks and sketch for 2 marks. Here the another question, list the accessories of slip gauges and their uses. So for any 4 or any 3 accessories, there will be 2 marks for sketch, and for any 2 uses there are 2 marks. So meanwhile this type of questions will be asked for 4 marks. So it is all about the model answer, how exactly the answer is required to university or MSBTE board. Here you should write the diagram, working principle, advantage, disadvantage, and application. For that, for 6 mark question you will get 6 marks. For 4 mark question you have to compact or brief the answer. Likewise, in MSBTE exam you can write 2 marks and 4 marks questions. So it is all about today's content. So this is all about today's lecture. If any queries or doubts, ask in comment below. Thank you. Thank you very much.